Imagine a popular TV show, bright lights, a cheering audience, and a charming man trying to win a date. He smiles, tells jokes, and wins. But this man is hiding a dark secret. This is the true story of Rodney Alcala, the dating game killer. Behind the charm was a predator who used his camera to lure victims. The world saw a contestant, but his victims saw the real man, a killer in disguise. Evil can wear a convincing mask. Only later did investigators reveal the truth. The charming man from TV was one of America's most brutal serial killers. Rodney Alcala was born in San Antonio, Texas, in 1943. His father left early, leaving his mother to raise him and his sisters alone. The family struggled and moved often, eventually settling in Los Angeles for a fresh start. Growing up without a father deeply affected Rodney. He was intelligent, but an outsider, often keeping to himself. He didn't fit in, and this early isolation may have been the start of his disconnect from others. The move to LA brought new challenges, new school, new culture, and more instability. While his mother worked hard, Rodney was left to find his place in a world where he felt he didn't belong. These formative years, filled with instability and detachment, shaped his future. A difficult childhood doesn't create a monster, but it can create vulnerabilities. For Alcala, the absence of his father and constant moving built a wall between him and the world. Behind that wall, a dark personality began to take shape. At 17, Rodney Alcala joined the army, seeking structure and a new identity. He became a clerk at Fort Bragg, but the stability didn't last. In 1964, Alcala suffered a breakdown and was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, a condition marked by manipulation and lack of remorse. After his diagnosis, he went AWOL, fleeing the army and returning to the West Coast. This diagnosis was a warning sign. Alcala lacked empathy and saw others as objects. Discharged from the army, he blended back into society, unmonitored and untreated. The structure was gone, and he was left to his own devices. He would soon use his intelligence and charm for deception and violence. Instead of help, he got freedom, a critical turning point. His life became more unstable, and his dark side grew. The army's discipline was gone, replaced by a life of lies. Alcala's manipulative nature would soon lead to a terrifying new chapter. The soldier who ran away became a predator, hiding in plain sight. After the army, Alcala reinvented himself as a photographer, enrolling in film school under a fake name. His camera became his weapon, a way to approach and lure people, especially young women. He used his artistic persona to gain trust, offering photo shoots and flattery. The camera gave him access to people's lives, allowing him to isolate and control his victims. Many aspiring models agreed to photo shoots, not knowing they were walking into a trap. Alcala would take them to remote locations or his apartment, away from public view. The photo shoot was a carefully planned method to make his victims vulnerable. The photographs he took were more than art. They were trophies. He kept a vast collection of photos, a haunting gallery of faces. Some were just subjects, others became victims. The images show how wide he cast his net and how many lives he touched. His camera was a diary of his predatory life. People saw an artist, but behind the lens was a hunter. The camera promised beauty, but delivered danger. Alcala's photography was his mask and his method. The world saw art. His victims saw the trap. In 1978, Alcala appeared on The Dating Game as Bachelor #1. He was charming and witty, winning over the bachelorette and the audience. But behind the scenes, he was already a serial killer, wanted for past crimes. His confidence on national TV was chilling. a predator hiding in plain sight. Cheryl Bradshaw, the Bachelorette, chose him, but later sensed something was wrong and refused the date. Her intuition may have saved her life. Years later, when Alcala's crimes were revealed, his game show appearance shocked the nation. How could a killer appear on a light-hearted show? Alcala's charm fooled everyone, showing predators don't always look like monsters. His TV appearance became a symbol of his ability to deceive. The world saw a bachelor. They never saw the danger. Alcala's crimes spanned over a decade, beginning in 1968 with the assault of 8-year-old Tali Shapiro. He fled after the attack, moving to New York and continuing his predatory behavior. Returning to California, his killing spree escalated. Victims included Jill Barcombe, Georgia Wickstead, Charlotte Lamb, and Jill Parenteau. Each case was brutal, each victim young and full of promise. Alcala moved constantly, leaving little evidence and evading capture. In 1979, 12-year-old Robin Samsoe disappeared after being seen with a man carrying a camera. Her body was found days later, and witnesses described Alcala to police. A sketch led to his identification and arrest. The murder of Robin Samsoe finally brought his spree to an end. Alcala's double life unraveled, revealing the true extent of his crimes. The charming photographer was exposed as a relentless predator. His trail of stolen lives shocked the nation. The investigation into Robin Samsoe's disappearance led police to Alcala. A storage locker in his mother's name contained Robin's earrings, direct evidence linking him to the murder. In 1980, Alcala was tried and sentenced to death, acting as his own lawyer in a display of arrogance. But his conviction was overturned twice on technicalities, forcing new trials. Each time he was convicted again, prolonging the pain for victims' families. Advances in DNA technology later linked him to more murders. In 2010, he was convicted of 5 California murders and sentenced to death again. He was also convicted of 2 New York murders. After decades of legal battles, Alcala was finally held accountable for a fraction of his crimes. He remained on death row until his death in 2021. The game was over, but the scars remained. Justice, though delayed, finally caught up with the dating game killer. The storage locker held more than evidence. It contained over 1,000 photographs Alcala had taken. The images showed women, men, and children. Some posed, some candid, many explicit. Police released some photos to the public, hoping to identify missing persons. The faces were haunting, a silent crowd of people who crossed paths with a killer. Some were identified and found alive. Others were linked to cold cases. Many remain a mystery, and Alcala's true victim count may never be known. The photographs are his most chilling legacy, a visual record of his predatory life. Each unidentified face is a story unfinished. Alcala took his secrets to the grave, leaving families searching for answers. The faces in the storage locker are the silent final victims of the dating game killer. Rodney Alcala's case changed how people think about trust and safety. He shattered the illusion that evil is always obvious. He was handsome, intelligent, and charming. His story taught the public that predators can look like anyone, even a TV bachelor. Parents became more cautious, teaching children about stranger danger. Alcala used kindness and ambition as lures, preying on those who trusted him. Cheryl Bradshaw's intuition became a lesson: trust your instincts. In today's world of social media and online dating, his story is a powerful warning. Charm can be a mask. Intelligence can be used for evil. Remembering his story is about awareness, not fear. The most important lesson: trust your intuition and never let a charming smile blind you to danger.
much. Thank you. Thank you. And welcome to the dating game. And we'll get right underway. It's time to meet our first three eligible bachelors for game number one. And here they are. Good luck, gentlemen. Well, let's see. Bachelor number one is a successful photographer who got his start when his father found him in the dark room at the age of 13, fully developed. Between takes, he might find him skydiving or motorcycling. Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome. And it's time to meet our young lady for game number one, and here she is. Here is a young lady with a wealth of experience. She once earned a living massaging feet, but she quit when her boss suggested that she work her way up. Then she taught school in Phoenix, Arizona, and now she's here to educate our three bachelors in the art of amour. Welcome, if you will, sensational Cheryl Bradshaw. Hello, Cheryl. Don't sit down yet. Just a minute. Want to make sure everything is straight. You relaxed? You feel okay? All right. You know there are three bachelors over there. There'll be 1, 2, and 3. Ask them anything you like to find out more about them, except their name, age, occupation, or income, okay? And we're going to start by having them say hello to you and see how they sound. Number one, would you say hello to Cheryl, please?
We're going to have a great time together, Cheryl.
Okay. And here we go.
Bachelor number one,
Yes.
what's your best time?
The best time is at night, nighttime,
Why do you say that?
because that's the only time there is.
The only time? What's wrong with morning, afternoon?
Well, they're okay, but nighttime's when it really gets good. Then you're really ready.
I'm a drama teacher, and I'm going to audition each of you for my private class. Bachelor number one, you're a dirty old man. Take it.
Come on, over here.
Oh, honey, we ought to go out and boogie.
Really?
Bachelor number one, I am serving you for dinner.
Oh,
What are you called, and what do you look like?
I'm called the banana, and I look really good.
Can you be a little more descriptive?
Peel me.
Later, Bachelor one, later.
Welcome back to the dating game, and Cheryl, we have reached the moment of truth, as we call it. You've heard from the bachelors. You got some great dramatic presentations, some good answers, but now I'm going to ask you a question. Will that date be bachelor number one, bachelor number two, or bachelor number three? Who gets the date?
Well, I like bananas, so I'll take one.
Number one, bachelor number one. All right. Well, there they go. However, you did leave one remaining, and this is your date, and I want to tell you something about him, Cheryl. He's a skydiver, so he's got a lot of nerve. He's into motorcycling. He's also a fine photographer. Say hello to Rodney Alcala. Rodney, come on and say hello. Congratulations, Rod. You did it with a one answer. Well, as far as I can see, Cheryl and Rodney, it looks like the two of you may be involved in some sort of racket. So we're going to have you taped to the court. Oh, first, you'll receive tennis lessons from expert Naomi Besa. So have fun playing tennis. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you. Okay. You can go relax, meet each other, say hello, get acquainted, and they'll be back. And before we begin our next game, let's find out what runners-up will receive today from Johnny Jacobs.
New at 5, the penalty phase in the trial of convicted serial killer Rodney Alcala began today in Orange County. Also in court, a woman whom Alcala beat and sexually assaulted decades ago when she was 8 years old. Eyewitness News reporter Eileen Frere is live in Santa Ana, where jurors are hearing from the surviving victim and relatives of other victims. Eileen?
Over 27 stitches in the back of my head. Yeah, he hit me right over the head and back of the head. Holly Shapiro recalls the severe injuries she suffered 42 years ago at the hands of Rodney Alcala. Her testimony comes as jurors decide how to punish the 66-year-old convicted serial killer. Shapiro says she was 8 years old, walking to school in Hollywood in 1968 when Alcala, then 25, offered her a ride. She told him she wasn't supposed to talk with strangers.
He goes, "Oh, I'm a friend of your parents." And I went, "Oh, okay." I mean, I was 7 or 8 years old. I trusted, adults. He says, "Oh, we have time." He goes, "I want to take and show you this picture, this really cool picture." So I went, "Okay." I actually wanted to jump out of the car at that moment. I followed him up to the apartment, and he showed me a picture, and that's all I remember.
A good Samaritan who saw Alcala with a girl called police, who broke down the door to find the little girl lying in a pool of blood.
Unconscious, naked, the legs spread apart, a bar across her neck.
Alcala was eventually convicted of child molestation. 7 years later, in 1979, prosecutors say 15-year-old Monique Hoyt. She was posing for photos when he knocked her unconscious.
She'd been gagged with a T-shirt in her mouth, shoved down her mouth.
Prosecutors showing past crimes to try to convince jurors Alcala should pay with his life for torturing and murdering 4 women in Los Angeles County and a 12-year-old Huntington Beach girl in the 1970s. Alcala has been twice before convicted and sentenced to death for kidnapping and murdering Robin Samso. 3 times Shapiro has been called to testify against him. Alcala, acting as his own attorney, did not question the now 50-year-old, but he did apologize for what he called his despicable behavior.
He's never apologized before, and for him to even bother, I mean, that made me sick to my stomach.
Then there should be some earrings, some pictures with earrings.
During a 2-hour, often rambling closing argument Monday afternoon, accused serial killer Rodney Alcala, who is defending himself in the death penalty trial, sat at the counsel table and spoke in a dull monotone. Alcala could not make his laptop computer project on the large courtroom screen, and he often scrambled to find photos and other exhibits. Alcala spent some of his argument attacking the credibility of Marianne Connolly, 12-year-old Robin Samso's mother. Alcala is accused of kidnapping and murdering Samso in 1979. Alcala claimed Connolly, who he refers to as Frazier, Connolly's previous name, made up a story about her daughter's earrings being the same earrings that were found in a Seattle storage locker rented in Alcala's name.
No testimony from anyone other than Mrs. Frazier that Robin's ears were pierced. None of her friends were aware of that. They were unaware of her wearing earrings. And Mrs. Frazier had plenty of opportunity to provide you, the jury, with a picture of Robin wearing earrings. She stated on the stand that she had pictures of Robin, and if Robin, like she says, wore earrings all the time, that was her habit, then there should be some earrings, some pictures with earrings, and there should be some person who isn't familial to testify that Robin wore earrings. However, no one testified other than Mrs. Frazier that Robin wore earrings.
Deputy District Attorney Matt Murphy had brought up the earrings and the storage locker earlier in his closing arguments.
He expressed relief to his sister that the police didn't know about the storage locker. So what does an innocent man have to hide, number one?
Murphy also questioned Alcala's alibi at the time of Samso's abduction, that he was at Knott's Berry Farm at the time.
So there isn't a single witness that puts Rodney Alcala at Knott's after 3 o'clock except for Rodney Alcala.
And Murphy noted that Alcala had changed the interior of his car shortly after Samso's disappearance.
He put new carpeting in his car. Who does that? Now, he said he spilled gas in there. Okay. Who does that?
Alcala will continue his closing arguments Tuesday morning.
Rodney Alcala, the man dubbed the dating game killer, died of natural causes at a San Joaquin Valley hospital this morning. Alcala was sentenced to death in 2010 for 5 murders in California between 1977 and 1979. He was known as the dating game killer because in 1978 he actually appeared as a contestant on the television show The Dating Game. Investigators have either suspected Alcala of or linked him to 130 other murders across the country, from California all the way to New York.